A massive fireball lights up the night sky over the Crimean Bridge, a symbol of Russian power now engulfed in flames. Panic echoes through Russian media, the pride of the Kremlin torn apart in a single strike. Hello everyone, welcome back to the Frontline Report channel, your source for real-time war analysis, frontline updates, and global defense insights. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay ahead of the breaking news from the battlefield. The bridge, often called Putin's Trophy, connected Russia to occupied Crimea, a vital artery for military supplies and political dominance. But tonight it burns. Ukrainian forces, using precision, guided weapons and drone intelligence, executed a plan months in the making. The attack wasn't just physical destruction, it was psychological warfare, a message that no stronghold is untouchable. The exterior scene of the bridge was once majestic, stretching across the Kerch Strait, built to showcase Russia's engineering and dominance. Now its structure bends, twisted metal reflecting fire and chaos. Explosions rip through the night, sending shockwaves across the region. Columns of smoke rise miles into the sky, visible even from satellite images. The world watches in disbelief as Putin's most prized project crumbles in real time. Inside the command centers, confusion reigns. Russian generals scramble for answers as alarms blare through underground bunkers. In the Kremlin, silence replaces certainty. Reports flood in, bridges hit, logistics cut off, soldiers stranded, a moment of humiliation for Moscow, where control turns to chaos. Intelligence officers whisper about how Ukraine's digital warfare and satellite surveillance tracked convoys, identifying the perfect time to strike. Inside Ukrainian control rooms, calm professionalism prevails. Screens show the target, coordinates align, and with a single command, the strike is unleashed. Performance-wise, this was a masterclass in modern warfare. Ukraine demonstrated how speed, stealth, and intelligence coordination can overpower even the most fortified target. Analysts compare it to precision airstrikes of NATO-grade efficiency. The operation blended aerial drones, electronic jamming, and satellite tracking to perfection. No warning, no interception, only devastation. Russia's billion-dollar defenses failed to react in time. In terms of safety features, Ukraine ensured minimal civilian impact. The strike was carefully timed at night when traffic was lowest. Instead of mass damage, it was a targeted blow at the structural weak points of the bridge. This highlights how the Ukrainian strategy values accuracy over volume. Each operation is designed to strike deep, not wide, ensuring the message is loud, but the collateral is limited. The unique selling point of this strike lies in its symbolism. The Crimean Bridge wasn't just infrastructure, it was propaganda. Its destruction is more than a physical loss. It's a collapse of pride and psychological dominance. For Putin, this bridge was a personal symbol of victory and connection to the annexed territory. Its burning is a direct hit to his image, showing that even the most secure structures under Russian control are vulnerable to Ukrainian precision. The footage of explosions circulating worldwide ignites debates in every political chamber. Is this the turning point of the war? The price of this strike, both literal and strategic, is enormous. The bridge itself cost billions to construct and maintain. Destroying it not only disrupts Russian supply chains, but also cripples its southern front operations. Each day without this link costs Moscow millions in logistics and morale. Meanwhile, Ukraine's cost of the strike, a fraction, a few drones, a precise plan, and iron determination. The imbalance between cost and impact defines the new era of warfare, brains over brute force. As dawn rises, the aftermath is haunting. The bridge's steel arches smolder under gray skies, the water below glistening with fuel and debris. Russian engineers rush to assess the damage, but the extent is catastrophic. One section has collapsed entirely into the sea. Images of burning trucks and shattered lanes flood social media, triggering outrage across Russian channels. The Kremlin vows retaliation, but inside, frustration simmers. How could Ukraine strike such a high-security site again? Despite layers of protection, the global reaction is immediate. World leaders issue statements. Analysts call it a strategic masterpiece. Social media explodes with hashtags #Crimean Bridge, #Ukraine strike, #Putin's loss. Satellite images show emergency ships circling the ruins while helicopters hover above. Russian media tries to control the narrative, calling it an accident, but the footage leaves no doubt this was a calculated Ukrainian success. International defense experts dissect the operation's precision. Some compare it to Israel's preemptive airstrikes, others to NATO's stealth operations, but what makes Ukraine's approach unique is its adaptability. The country's use of modified civilian drones, low-cost guidance systems, and advanced reconnaissance shows innovation over intimidation. Ukraine is redefining warfare not with size, but with strategy. The emotional impact in Russia is profound. Citizens question the security of other key infrastructures. Putin faces increasing pressure from military commanders demanding answers. Propaganda cannot mask the humiliation. Every explosion on that bridge echoes across Russia's political heart, shaking confidence in leadership. For Ukrainians, however, it's a moment of hope, proof that resilience and intelligence can overcome raw might. Footage from the attack continues to dominate global news. Flames rising high against the night backdrop, shockwaves rippling across the sea. Analysts replay the footage, identifying strike angles and probable drone types. Experts confirm this was not luck. Every detail from timing to trajectory was meticulously engineered. Ukraine's strategy of smart warfare now stands as a model for other nations resisting larger adversaries. As we move to the symbolic layer of this event, it becomes clear this is not just a battle for land, but for legitimacy. Putin built the bridge to proclaim his victory in Crimea. Ukraine destroyed it to reclaim its identity. Fire becomes the language of resistance, and every piece of debris tells a story of defiance. The bridge was meant to connect, now it divides. It divides the era of unchecked Russian expansion from the era of Ukrainian resilience. In the global media sphere, the narrative shifts. Russia, once feared, now appears vulnerable. Ukraine, once underestimated, is praised for tactical brilliance. The fireball over the Kerch Strait becomes an icon of modern conflict, a snapshot of power's downfall and courage's rise. The visuals are unforgettable. A burning bridge, collapsing steel, and the reflection of flames in dark waters, a metaphor for a regime losing its balance. In conclusion, this strike isn't just about destruction, it's about redefining balance. It's about showing that precision, intelligence, and unity can overpower fear. The Crimean Bridge attack will be remembered as one of the most strategic moves in 21st century warfare. Ukraine didn't just hit a bridge, it hit the foundation of Russian confidence. And as the smoke settles, the world realizes that even the strongest empires can burn from a single, well-aimed spark. Thank you for watching Frontline Report. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to keep global truth alive and visible. The war isn't just being fought on the ground, it's being fought in the minds of millions. Stay informed, stay alert, and join us again for the next breaking story that shapes the future.